cool. Oh, okay, good. Yeah, should fix this. Alright, we had drop frames, but now I don't think we do. Good. Yeah. Yeah, hopefully. Alright, so last time I played, I jacked into the Matrix and found out about the Doctor. Why did I do that? Three. You've been doing a lot of legwork on this job, but it's gonna require a trip to cyberspace and back to ID for Ripper. Yeah. Oh, right. At the crime scene, we found some blood and we thought it might have been the Rippers. The crime scene of, can't remember her name, her brother. The shaman's brother. And we checked out the blood, which was linked to a doctor. I think the working theory is that the Ripper killed his shrink and assumed his identity. The Matrix, the cybernetic analog of inside the grid, the worldwide computer network, a digital world, information brought to life. Inside cyberspace, you have titles of work with me, blah blah blah. Okay, but it's just explaining the Matrix. Right, cool. And I also think last time I played, I got the thermal plating just before I had to go. I think I'm all ready. Wait, shit. I'm still dropping frames. Let's try that. No, what the hell? What am I downloading with? Damn? No. I don't know. Alright. Damn. That's annoying. No, well, I suppose I can't do anything about it. Right, so how do we do this? Talk to Mr. Delata. Oh, alright, I gotta pick a team. If you're looking for runners again, I'm your guy. Discreet service only. I need to hire a group. Well, these guys are different, I think. I don't know. Some of them might be. Right, and take Shannon because she's free. I wonder what his stats like compared to the others. 244 222. Yeah, she seems pretty good. From what I can tell. I liked this guy. And look at that. Nope. Alright, Mercy Mental Hospital. The blood you found at the... Okay. Recap. Blood you found at the warehouse belongs to a man masquerading as one Dr. Holmes. Or Holmes. And you've tracked him to Mercy Mental Hospital, located in the notoriously anti-metahuman farmland of Snohomish. The drive to the hospital was long and unpleasant. Finally, you reached the walled and gated hospital compound. Despite the pretense of security, the gate is unguarded, unlocked and open. No one stops or greets you as you drive up to the large crumbling building. Gothic ramparts top a damaged roof, cracked walls and broken windows. All around the building is a lawn gone wild, and of the artificial light from within speaks of inhabitants. You walk up the hospital steps to confront Sam Watts' killer, and bring an end to the Emerald City Ripper. Yay. Oh god, I get to... Alright, we're good. I hope. Welcome, sir. What business brings you to Mercy Mental Hospital? I'm here to see Holmes. Dr. Holmes. A new customer. Please wait in the not a customer. In the common room up ahead. I'll notify the good doctor. Oh god. Are you gonna try and put me in the mental hospital? Please don't cafeteria. There might be things here. There's nothing here. Oh, we can do the hacking. Can we do the hacking? Can I not? Okay. Lorraine and Donnie. Let's talk to Lorraine. Hey guy, have you seen Josie? Maybe I have. Wait, you saw him? No, wait. Never seen you. You can't have seen Josie. You weren't a doctor either. Oh, I feel really lost without him. Josie always helped me out. Josie sounds like quite a guy. What's he look like? Oh, he's big and he's got a big gold ring. The doctors let him keep it when he got here. Sometimes he lords it over us, but I'm sure if I had a ring like that, I'd do the same. He says he won't. Oh, he says he won it playing for the Screamers in the Super Brawl years back. Urban Brawl, huh? It's a rough profession. Not too rough for Josie. He always says he went all seasons without any injuries. He's usually playing outright though. Jeez. Will you at least help me look for him? I have this key I swiped off the guard. Hope they keep a close eye on us. You can have a peek in the infirmary and see if there's a record or something. He might just be in a cool-off room. And they won't tell me. No sweat. I can do that for you. Really, really great. I wish everybody was as nice as you. Not like my mom. And Donnie, where's Donnie want? Hello, stranger. You look new here. Are you new here? I'm doing a health and safety check for the corporate office. Well, you don't want to talk to me. I don't work here. I'm not crazy enough for that. I'm looking for Dr. Holmes. Donnie's face blanches. I don't think you really want that. Not really. What's that supposed to mean? Around here, you don't want to attract the attention of the doctor. If you stay quiet, life is much easier. Much easier. Hi, I'm Zola. Who are you? Name's Donny. That's my name. Donny. Donny. I know I didn't recognize you. I know everybody in this place. Everybody. Oh, everybody on the first two floors. Anyone I should look out for? Donny? No, not on this floor. Only us calm ones are allowed up in the cafeteria. If you're violent, you have to eat in your room. I should go. Cool. Now we got the key. There we go, looking for trouble. The stench of blood and mold gets ever stronger as you move closer to the infirmary. I've got a robot doctor drone. Awesome. Computer, let's look at the evidence. Oh, God. Its severed arm lies next to the zipped body bag. Alright, there's the body bag. The arm looks human and appears neatly severed at the elbow. There's a large gold ring on the index finger. Its owner is probably the occupant of the bag. Let's take the ring. You slip the heavy ring off the cold finger and feel its weight in your hand. Inside is an engraving. It reads, Screamers, 2048. That's the guy. What's this? You find an unlabeled trivet disc. You have no way of playing back the disc at this time. The surgical card is strewn with gruesome tools, motorized saws, and metal vices. Let's look at the computer. The patient information for Hosea C. Dawson is open on the side of the terminal. Alright, read the medical history. His name, his date of birth, 1.9 meters, 95 kilos, occupation retired, allergies none, meds, reason for stays, PTSD, and he's dead. Alright, let's read his notes. Patient had undocumented cyber wear in the left arm, as well as multiple pieces of shrapnel in various locations. Complications would likely arise if transplanted to another host. The rest of the body is in excellent condition and can be used to improve other subjects as well as fulfill some custom requests. Oh god. Okay. It's kind of gross. Ooh. Hey Lorraine. So did you see anything? Yeah. He's not too good. He's not looking too good. Is he sick? Why won't they let me see him? I'm gonna give a ring. Maybe you should have this. You mean he... Oh god. Well, thanks for your help. The noise of a scratchy PA system blasts through the room. Attention. Please report to... Attention, Zola. Please report to the North Hall to meet with the administrator. Yeah, that's... It's an automated medication dispensary. It doesn't recognize you, so nothing happens. Good. The clock stopped properly displaying your time from 40 years ago. Radio. There's still... I feel like your main character has to be... That to use that. Oh god, is that him? That's him. Oh god, it is still. It's the creepy guy from the street. The elf standing before you may quite possibly be the ugliest elf you've ever... They keep on saying that. I guess elves are meant to be super pretty. Ugliest elf you've ever seen. His meticulously clean lab coat, format jacket, and old-fashioned bow tie give him the look of an undertaker from centuries past. As you approach the window, he locks eyes with you, smiling a thin, unnerving smile. Good day to you. How can I help you? Dr. Holmes, aka Silas Forsberg, how's about we chat? I'm afraid you're confused. Silas Forsberg was a patient here. He died tragically in a fire. There he is. Alright, if that's how you want to play it, Dr. Holmes, I have reason to believe you're involved in the Emerald City Ripper killings. Holmes forces a sigh through a plastic grin on his face. We see so many delusions in this place, and still I can be surprised. I suppose I shouldn't be. After all, this is a place for broken things. It's only fitting that a broken mind should seek us out. Guards! Yay, combat. He's gonna make me kill them. Steven. Oh, you. Is it over? Nope. Yeah, what do we got? Oh, jeez. No. Oh, the dark. Oh, the shooty shoots. An old Lone Star hover drone has been given a weapon. Okay, good. That is the shooty shoots. On. Go. Oh, there's more. Alright, Dr. Holmes. The nearby intercom speakers crackles to life. The voice of Dr. Holmes begins to blare from it. Attention all personnel. We have a dangerous patient loose inside the facility. Subject is a male orc, but may be coordinating with other violent offenders. Use all necessary force. Hey. Can we open that or not? No. Except the character. I don't know what else to do though. Let's see the store first. Halls of disrepair. As you venture deeper into the asylum, you see that the inside is very bit as bad as the outside. Gone is any attempt to uphold sanitary hospital aesthetics. With peeling paint, cracked floors, and exposed conduit, the pretense of mental care is shattered. In this modern era, Mercy Mental Hospital is a throwback to the barbaric asylums of old, prisons and torture chambers rather than places of healing. It's clear that Dr. Holmes is spending his money on something other than this facility. You continue on. Holmes can only run so far. It is true. It's like a prison. Oh, he's opened the cells up. Cool. Do I have to fight this guy? Nope, I'm helping the security now. Okay. Oh no, no I'm not. I lied. Choose this. What? Oh, turn it on, please. Alright, random music. Oh. Wait, what? The patient too? Alright. No. Don't kill if you want. Okay. Alright, let's get jumped. Oh. Nope, Dr. Holmes again. The intercom begins speaking as soon as you approach. Holmes must be watching from somewhere. You don't understand, do you? This is a place for broken things. But only by further breaking them can they be remade. And so we must break you. Like you broke my friend? You jerk. No. Ah. Oh, now we can... Of course, now we can see it. Oh, two of them. Oops. Great. What do you do? It's that. Okay. Cool. Go drone. Oh, done. Let's wait at him. Dead. Oh, the patience of guns. Jeez. Oh, what the hell does that mean? Means prepares. What? Wait, I just got a demon? Okay. I'm not scared. What? Running man. Oh, oops. Oh my god, is that him? What the hell does this mean? What? Oh. Oh, that's kind of cool. No, don't banish. Did you? Have the dumper? Doesn't say. Let's move up. Not gonna be in range. Oh. Oh, so she's like drone man. She only gets a move action really when she's summoned. Oh, he escaped. No, he didn't. Good. Oh god. Jeez. Oh, is that it? Okay, cool. Find out how these drones really work. Can I use two at once? Yep. Apparently. Are you not a... You're a doctor drone. Why have you got a weapon? Oh, okay, so you can't heal. Cool. Oh. Yeah, where's my healing stuff then? No, she's got one. Right, oh, I got one. You actually terrify me. Oh. Surgical card contains a gate key. Awesome. That's a backpack. Alright. Oof. Come on. Oh, I can't. What's it got? An unlabeled trivia disc in the second drawer. Oh, it's mine now. It's not what I wanted. Oh wait, it actually turned rogue. Shit. Come on. smell of rotting flesh is immense. Remains appear to be from multiple metahumans. Is that over to now? Looks like. Oh, right. So the drone man's actions are reduced by the amount of drones he has active. Meaning, we're gonna turn you off. I don't want him to be able to move. But it kind of multiplies his actions because he can 2 each. But I guess he can't move. Alright, Dr. Holmes. From another intercom, Dr. Holmes continues. Someone once told me that I was a broken thing. But he also said I could remake myself. He wanted to break me down so I could put myself back together again. And I did, but only after I broke him. I could remake you as well. What wonderfully twisted thoughts must churn in a mind such as yours. But I'm more inclined to use you for parts. Cool, man. You can... Sure. Try. Okay, what's that? Anything? No. Cool. Oh shit. Oh, it's the big guy from the other from before. Okay, let's move you back. Oh shit, he come. I didn't hit it. Huge. What's it mean? Yeah. jeez, what's that? Smart plays for not being made. Yeah, dog. Radio. The Trivid player holds a collection of personal diaries. Some of the video files are missing. Insert and playback Trivid or Tridio number 1. Dr. Holmes. Got some cutout chips in last week. Tried them out on the patients with violent flashbacks, hoping it would at least mellow them out some. It was like night and day. Once the chip was installed, all of their chaotic brake triggers were blocked. Miss Yuskin has gone 4 days without attacking the staff or herself. Insert and playback Tridio number 3. In today's interview, Miss Yuskin told me she hated her legs. Said they were stumpy, unattractive. I haven't done a transplant in years, but I offered to give her new legs. Her face lit up like it was Christmas. Oh god. At least her cutout can block out the surgery. Cutout? Block out the surgery and painful recovery progress. Oh, alright, when she blocks out, I guess. Progress. I've put it in order to be organ grinders to send me anything leggy. Maybe I'll get some elf legs in and see how she likes them. Really hope this guy wasn't just killing people and using their parts to give to his patients. It's weird. Playback Tridio number 6. I was walking to the organ grinders downtown and there was some kind of event happening at Mega Media. They had a puppet there from Maria Mercurial's label with a Persona Fix chip installed, making her an exact doppelganger. They were just using her to hawk some semi-sensory release of a Mercurial live show. But it gave me an idea. Oh. The cutouts, the body modifications, and my healthy supply of patience. I'm perfectly set up to be a... God damn, it's all these words. A Banraku fixer. If I can find a supplier for Persona Fix chips, I can sell full service Banraku, even program the behavior trees. The Trooper player holds a collection, okay. Playback Tridio number 8. Found a buyer for the first Banraku. The man in the Barrens offered me 20,000 What's the money with? New yen. 20,000 New yen for the female troll I've been modifying. He likes them big, he says. All that's left is to arrange delivery. He says he can put me in touch with some more buyers if I'll accommodate special orders. You know, these morons' lives are already over anyway. The least they could do is line my pockets. Oof. Alright, leave the Trudio player. The one thing I don't like about this game is never leaving combat. Oh god, by all means, come. You've proven yourself a true defined specimen. I can think of 100 uses for one such as you. Oof. Scaring me. Check out our karma. Give us some strength. Yeah, cool. Now we're leaving the scene. Oh. Do something else for second time? Nope. Alright, the Emerald City Ripper. The foyer is a medical lab turned torture chamber. The smell of old blood and decayed flesh permeates the room. Gory stains speak of the body's fluids spilled. Without regard for well-being or hygiene. Their bodies, probably former patients, trapped in hideous machines, enduring horrific experiments. The subjects you can see all appear dead. Any that aren't must wish they were. You've chased Holmes to his lair. Just as his face reveals an ugly soul, so does his safe haven, it would seem. Holmes, Silas, the Emerald City Ripper, the Alphabet wants to beyond compare. It's time to end this. And that tank, this whole description really reminds me of the starter Baldur's Gate 2. Cool. Save it again. Shit, what is that? Dr. Holmes, another intercom crackles at your elbow. Another one? Crackles at your elbow. One solid blow would offer a few moments of blasted silence. There is also a rare chance to get a word in on the good doctor. He greets you with more of his chittering laughter. You're a persistent one, a fine specimen indeed. We both know how this ends, so let's get to it already. Patience, patience. We're not done here yet. I have one last examination to conduct. Pitezel? Subdue them? Okay, it's a... I can't say that name. Oh god, being amazed. There's Pitezel. I have no idea. Oh. There's a summon there. Nope. He needs his buddy on. Damn it. Right. Please. What? No. No, don't focus down my drone. No. Oh god, thank god. Focus the boss. Oh, jeez, his health is huge. Don't focus the boss. It's about that. Oh well. Yeah, let's try this thing. Unless it's throwing medkit, that's why I keep on missing. Oh. That could be a thing. Uh-huh. Come on. Simple like that. Radio. Oh no. Ah. Oh, negative FP. Serious. So it must be offensive. No, it is. I mean, I still have no idea how to use that thing. Can't you do anything right, Petite or whatever you... Hey, Doctor Huff. Oh god, what are you doing? Oh god, I've had like super buff things. No, no, no. None of that, please. Jeez, his health. see from here. Yep. Not what else there. Oops. Guess I do hit like a truck. Oh jeez. No, no. He finally had a turn order. I guess we'll talk to him. Holmes drops to the ground, the light in his eyes fading fast, but something keeps the shriveled husk of his soul stuck to this mortal coil for a few moments more. Dr. Holmes. This is a place of broken things. I remake them. She asked me to remake her. Ah. Is it the sister? He manages one more laugh, his glazed eyes rolling toward a workbench across the way. She was playing. Both of us. Or was it Madam What's Her Face? This is better. Plus one action point, your experience has increased your ability to operate in dangerous situations. Really? That's broken. Then with a final bloody whimper, the Emerald City Ripper breathes his last. Let's say this isn't the end of the campaign. I heard it was 12 hours or something. I'll probably put that much in, but I'm very slow. Holmes's workbench falls somewhere between coroner's slab and medieval torture device. Yeah, it does. It is decorated in the many colours of death and littered with the instruments of that trade. To one side there is a leather-bound journal stuffed with uneven pages. To the other is a POGSEC, its small screen still glowing. Beneath the bench is a rolled sheaf of papers held close with a tied length of surgical tubing. Okay. Skim the We don't want to skim it, we want to read the whole thing. Come on. Investigate the workspace. The bench has clearly played host to numerous bodies over its lifetime. It includes limb restraint. Didn't mean to do that. Damn it. So this was the rolled sheet of paper. Unfurling the large sheet of paper, you discover a diagram of a human female form rendered to an impressive level of detail. It appears to be the blueprint for making Holmes's very own monster. Skim the journal. Okay, I think I only missed one or two things. Leafing through the pages, you find few intelligible entries. Holmes may not have been a real doctor, but his handwriting certainly fits the stereotype. Stuffed in the last few pages is a copy of a disinterment order from a local cemetery, with the grave's occupant marked as Melinda Watts. Wait. Does that mean like they dig up a grave? Melinda Watts is the sister, right? Oh boy. Access for pocket secretary. Then who is the sister really? Holmes is still logged in, granting you, this is for ComSec or whatever it was. Wasn't that, was it? Holmes is still logged in, granting you access to his currently loaded files. Prominent among them is a hospital report from a donor program. It lists the organs beside the names and vital statistic of the recipients. Your eye catches Sam Watt's name beside the entry for liver, also on the list of a Ripper's other known victims, along with several others who may have shared in the same fate. There's also a large sum of Nuyen which can easily be transferred to your account. Yeah, 4,500. Okay, cool. Leave for workbench, some stuff or whatever. I suppose. No, oh, hang on. There's not much we can do, but is there something we can do? No. Nothing else around here. I don't want to check our camera again. Combat done. Cool. Oh god. Melbourne Raku. What's up in Raku? Is that like a dollhouse doll? A dollhouse? His chip slot is still fresh. The open wound pink and wet and lurid. His voice drips innuendo, but his eyes say nobody's home. Well, hello there. Did you come to play? Oof. You okay? How long have you been here? Of course we're okay. We're ready for a little party. Uh, you want to have a little play party with me? By a name. She's assembled in a standard config. Face of a schoolgirl, body of a stripper. Oh, Jesus. Face of a schoolgirl, body of a stripper. You'd need some thick beer goggles to miss the work she's had done. Jeez. I pop it stares blankly at you. Oh, what do we got here? Adam picked up a Persona Fix chip wiper. Oh, right, here we go. Now we give it to you. Use the chip eraser on the Bunraku. Yep, erase Holmes' programming. His eyes focus and his hand raises slowly to touch his head wound. The fingers come away wet and sticky. Panic twitches at the corners of his mouth as he surveys the room. First you, then the girl, then down to his own body which is no longer his. Sweet Jesus, what did he do? What am I? He begins weeping, his body racked in great, inconsolable, heaving sobs. You're welcome. You leaving? You look really... There's a back door, why didn't he just escape? His shattered half sky says... She doesn't say this, but... As you approach the exit, you realize that Shannon lingers quite a few steps behind. Looking back, you see that she's half turned, looking pensively toward the horror show of Holmes' lab. Finally feeling your eyes on her, she faces you and raises her head in a proud, almost defiant manner. We have done much good here tonight. We have removed 2 vile creatures from this world, and so ended a growing shadow they cast upon the city. Oh, that big guy with a funny name, he was the other one that we sensed at the crime scene, the accomplice. Our paths crossed and joined and we did this thing together, but now here our paths must divide. No, but you're free. I like not having to pay extra money. You saw what I saw. This isn't over yet. No, it won't be over for some time to come. A distant cry of pain echoes down from somewhere above, and the young shaman pauses to listen to the tortured sound. There is still more work to be done, for both of us, but what, what must be done differs, for each of us. No. I came here to find justice for my brother, and that has been done. His spirit can now find rest. There are other victims of the Ripper, both alive and dead, who still struggle to be at peace. Many of them are here in this place, filling the halls of their torment. I cannot leave them behind. But the spirits have something else in store for you, a different path. You must finish what you've begun. You must confront the first evil that fostered the one we have just ended. Okay. I suppose I can respect that. Thank you. Thank you for everything. Because of you, my brother's killer has met swift justice, and justice of the only sort such a man, uh, such a man as Holmes deserved. Death. I'm now set to the task of healing those he's left behind. For every madman we faced here tonight, there are a dozen innocent souls, crying out in need. The spirits of the departed will also need help in passing, or else I fear they may become like those we met in the hangar. They all deserve my help. And what about Lone Star? They can't be far behind. When they enter that room back there, they'll have no thoughts other than thoughts of promotion. With the Ripper in hand, my brother will be forgotten, along with all the other victims, but so too will I. They will not be a problem. Whether that's true or not, Shannon's confidence and very presence seem capable of making it true. Good luck to you, Zola. I hope you can find the same justice for your friend that I found for my brother. I appreciate that, and good luck to you. Man. I'm gonna miss you, Shannon. Miss not having to spend extra $1,500 every time I leave the house. Loose ends. The ride back to the Seamstresses Union is quiet compared to the pandemonium left behind at Mercy Mental Hospital. Lone Star Squad cars past you on the road, sirens blaring, no doubt in response to the aftermath of your showdown with the late Dr. Henry Holmes, the Emerald City Ripper, the man who violently repossessed the internal organs of Sam and Jessica's mother, Melinda Watts. Oh, right, that was the mother. Huh. Are we gonna have to fight like a zombie Sam's mum? No? I don't think I'm following. Very well, yeah. And although the killer is dead and his grip on the city is broken, it's clear he wasn't working alone. There are loose ends aching to be tied. The taxi turns onto Redmond Way, cruising past now familiar landmarks until the Seamstresses Union, in all its decadent, seedy glory, materializes between swipes of its overworked windshield wipers. Time to evaluate your next move. The Union is quiet this afternoon. The salarymen and wage slaves haven't migrated from nearby offices and suburbs to dabble in the exotic yet. Actually, how long? I have a time. Nope. Okay. Talk to Johnny Clean. There he is, he says. Johnny Clean's talking with Cherry Bomb and Mrs. Kubota when you walk up. We're just talking about you, Zola. And the Emerald City Ripper. Ironically, you tracked a serial killer to a mental hospital. Yeah, it is, Cherry Bomb. Mrs. Kubota. Johnny Clean told us what you were doing. Oh my. We've been waiting for you to return. You seem pretty interested. Of course we're interested, said Cherubim. Oh, man, skipping dialogue kills me. So she said something else, and then she said, this is Mrs. Kubota. I admit that the killings have hampered business as well. I'm sorry, but it's true. It does not help that Sam's body was found down the street from here. Even my regular customers have been loath to venture out with a killer on the loose. Now tell us, Omar, did you find the person responsible for the Ripper murders? Not exactly. I got the bastard who wielded the scalpel, but whoever's pulling the strings is still out there. Someone's pulling the strings of a serial killer? This sounds more complicated than I suspected. Jeez. Um, no. So I did get the gist of what's happening. Oh no, I didn't. I didn't realize that's what's happening. Oh, so Sam's mum died. Oh, Jesus. And so all of the people that have been dying are the people that received her organs when she died. And so the Ripper was killing his targeting the murder victims to get the mother's original organs back and put her back in her dead body and make a zombie out of it. Huh. Oh yeah. The whole thing was a Frankenstein job. The Ripper was harvesting body parts to reassemble Sam's mother, Melinda. All the victims had transplanted organs, her organs, and the Ripper was taking them back. The three are silent as the news sinks in. So Sam had an organ transplanted from his mother, and then the Ripper killed Sam and all those other people just to reassemble Sam's mother. Looks like it. I sense a cause and effect in this. Coyote and Jake Armitage just left here to attend Sam's funeral. The Coyote, the crazy one that we rescued with the scratched face. Oh, and Jake was the guy that we had at the start of the game, but sleeps in freezes. I'm told that there'll be a reinterment ceremony for his mother as well. Oof. His sister invited me to the funeral and the reinterment when I met her here. Think his sister Jessica had something to do with it? I'm thinking that it's a boss fight venue if she did. Hang on, I saw Sam's sister when she was here the other day. She was as corp as they come, but I can't imagine a lady like that behind a series of murders. There's got to be something else going on. It is clear that you must go to the funeral and talk with Jessica Watts, Zola. That's where I was headed, Mrs. Kubota. No. I'll say, and I need to pay my respects to Sam. From Sam. Of course, she says. Mrs. Kubota raises her hand and the conversation stops. Alright, boss lady. Wait, before you go, there's one thing you did not tell us, Zola. Where is the Emerald City Ripper now? I think you know where. She nods in satisfaction. Hi, that is good. Alright, what else we got? Can't talk to him because I gave away Chip and the ring, and I'm sure both of those things would have been from Dosh if I would have kept them. Maybe. Mr. Clue, hello. Oh, no, that's not how you talk to you. There we go. Welcome back, Zola. Good to be back, Mr. Clue. What's the latest news? I feel like I should be asking you. Yeah, you should. Word around here was that you were closing in on the Ripper when you last left. Dare I ask how that went? You won't be a problem anymore. I hope that means what I think it means. And yet your shoulders are no more relaxed, and you still survey the room like a man who has yet to return from war. This isn't over, is it? The Ripper may have been killing on someone else's orders. The big guy sighs. I was hoping this would soon be all behind us. Uh, Man, I hope we get him as a team member. Pretty please. I feel like he's an adept. He's gonna punch people. So cool. I was hoping this would soon be all behind us. The Barons has a short memory, but for wounds such as these, it makes an exception. To see this prolonged, I fear for how it may forever change the landscape. Gangs have already started to take advantage of the chaos left in the Ripper's wake, and that only serves to destabilize what semblance of order there was, paving the way for the mega corps to make land grabs and push poor sinless over to the fringes, where the dangers are greatest. Sooner or later, even the Union could be threatened. Um, it would take an army, Mr. Cluo. Maybe a couple. Take care, Zola. I like you, Mr. Cluo. You good people. Let me downstairs. Come on, new things in the shops. Hello, Dr. Sarah Castle. Dr. Castle looks to be better rested and in better spirits than the last time we saw her. She also clearly had a shower in it. See, I like how they update all this stuff every time we come back. It's like every single time. Like new text. Well, mostly. And she's also clearly had a shower and a change of clothes, maybe even some sleep. Her eyes are sharp when they turn up from her work to greet you. Welcome back, Zola. Still all in one piece, I see. More's a pity for me, but I'll still take your money. Perhaps a full physical's in order? Or we can call it a medical consultation. That's where I roughly determine the odds of your survival based on your professional proclivities. It comes with a lollipop. So what will it be? Although I was surprised when we saw the Ripper, and the description was 90% the same, just added an extra sentence at the end, I think. What will it be? Actually, I'm curious how many patients you've lost over the years. Dr. Castle sets down her work and fixes you with a hard look. Her expression normally falls on an axis of varying degrees of indifference, depending on her level of tiredness. And now it's shifted over to something decidedly darker. Is this morbid curiosity? Call it professional curiosity. And I suppose I should be equally professional and answer without judging you for asking. And I should not let it bias me the next time you fall under my knife. Yeah, please. To give you a hard number is difficult. There are many who I would have considered patients but never made it home. And so I suppose one could say they died while under my care, though not as a result of it. But the number I think you want is the number of patients who died on my table, and that number is 6. 6 who I was unable to save, spread across a 13-year career. And I remember each and every one, down to the smallest detail, including the moment where I realized I could do nothing more for them. I'd argue that 4 of those 6 were beyond helping from the moment they passed through my door. The 5th died as a result of complications while installing a stolen piece of experimental cyberware, which I had cautioned against using. And the 6th? Entirely my fault. I made a mistake. I can't claim I was overtired or inexperienced or distracted. I simply made the wrong decision and a young man died as a result. We all make mistakes and hopefully we learn from them. She picks up her tablet and resumes her work. Yes, well, will there be anything else? I'm gonna look at your cyberware, lady. Nope, nothing new, I don't think. Yeah, nothing new. Oh well. Show us the medical supplies then. I just realized my supplies. So you should never give your supplies to other people, because I just realized that from my first mission, all my supplies were gone because I gave them all out to people and they didn't give them back at the end. Which seems like good kind of. Ayunan stands stock still, his eyes closed and his face composed in a mask of stern concentration. But then a small snore escapes his nose, instantly shattering the elf's carefully manufactured mystique. Oh, carefully manicured mystique. A clearing of your throat is enough to rouse the talismonger from his meditation. Ah, Zola, I was watching your approach from the astral realm. So good of you to visit again. What might I do for you on this fine day? So how are things in the astral? Always a curious place, the astral. Though a mirror world to our own, it is ever-changing. I suppose the same can be said of our reality. But things are of a transitory nature here in the physical plane can cause long-lasting changes in the astral. The barons of we see and touch records the past with bloodstains on the sidewalk and bullet holes in storefront walls. But the astral goes further, recording emotions that accompanied these acts of violence, these events. Texture, astral, place. These events, texture, astral, space. Okay. Who's reading? And just how is the astral textured these days? There is a great deal of fear and distrust. In some places, it is strong enough to impact the working of magic. That's a thing? But enough of my doomsaying, you must have better things to do. Is there a way I can help? Let's see what's for sale. Talk to that was Algernon, Dr. Eric Mersman. Hey guy, I got some armored clothing here if you're interested. I'll take a look. Oh, that's the same as last time. Alright, nothing new. Talk to TB Gruberman, the weapons guy, and his workbench. Buster currently has a mil-spec shotgun fully disassembled and its parts neatly arranged. He lovingly massages each piece with a microfiber cloth coated in some kind of gun oil or polish. Whatever the stuff is, it leaves the pieces shining brilliantly and pungent as hell. Got some catalogs just come in if you might be interested in an order. I can get gear shipped overnight from a manufacturer, though I won't lie to you, you'll be paying for the convenience. Otherwise, I got plenty of usual bang bangs waiting for a good home. What do you say? What's the new hotness when it comes to dealing damage, Buster? Well, there are two schools of thought in my matter. There are those who swear by their smart guns and such because they make the weapon more accurate, and thus more deadly. Then there are those who subscribe to the bigger boom theory, putting all their money on the biggest and baddest rounds. Did you ask me? It's all situational. That's where the real advances have come. You can pack a Panther assault cannon, but it won't do you no favours if you're fighting in a basement hallway. By the same token, a room sweeper might carve up your average pack of gangsters up close and personal, but its range is a big limitation. Military life never told me that. It was dealing to runners like yourself that afforded me this epiphany. You've got to be ready for anything. On that note, might I interest you in some custom mods or perhaps some specialty grenades? Let's see what you got. Oof. And I don't want to play a ranged character now. Alright, nothing right now. David Fry the second. Hey there, what's up? I need some new gear. Well, not really, but I want to have a look. For my equipment, I've got one basic med kit, combat stim, truckload of grenades I should start throwing. And how much stuff I've lost. Should I get that stuff? No. I must have. I can view the stash again, yep. Alright. Take a cab to Sam and Melinda Woods' funeral, yep. Just thinking about if I should change any items, but could be right. Family debts. The sun is nearly set when you reach Our Lady of the Blessed Sacrament. Its cemetery, dilapidated and overgrown, sits atop a small hill on the outskirts of the city. A somber enclave of the dead overlooking the sprawl of the living. The Seattle rain continues unabated and lightning appears over the mountains, exposing the landscape in staccato pulses of stark flashes. You walk the gravel path to the gates of the cemetery. Up ahead you see Coyote and Jake standing above a gravesite, alongside Jessica Watts and another mourner, a beautiful elven woman in a six-figure outfit. I don't trust her. Whatever Dr. Holmes was up to at Mercy Hospital, the answers lie here with the reinterred body of Melinda Watts, the recently deceased body of Sam Watts, and with those attending them at this ceremony. Oh god, I hope Sam wasn't behind us or something. That'd be weird. Oh cool, I can change him here. What's that? It's a frag grenade. Oh, it's an acid grenade, and that's a AP grenade. Yeah, that's cool. Jesus. What is that? Oh god, it's boss fight arena. Oh god. Jessica what? So we can see. Alright, let's look around first. As all good gamers should. Hope there's people living here. Good fun. Cavalier frag grenade. It's a midline frag grenade. What would I do? I'd leave it in my... I think I'll send that to my stash. Why is there a grenade in the cemetery? Jeez. Combat 7 increases quickness by 2 and AP by 1 per 5 rounds. What would you do with it? Don't know if I'm liking all these helpful items I'm picking up here. Oof. Item Force 4 Abomination Elemental Fetish. Jesus. Sounds very strong. Oh, maybe not 71. Send it to my stash, I can't use it. Alright, cool beans. Alright, stop moving. You don't know. Alright. And you got 2. Cool, let's talk to Jessica Watts. The mourners stand graveside listening to the cap. Hang on. Okay, sorry. Yeah. The mourners stand graveside listening to the Catholic priest's words of prayer and solace. Jessica's face is filled with relief as the last of her family is laid to rest. Filled with relief. Ready, Evan? Father O'Malley, of course it is. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Lord, receive the souls of Sam and Melinda Watts, mother and son, to live forever by your side. Amen. Jessica Watts, thank you, Father. I know that my mother rests easy now, but she's finally in the parish cemetery. Sorry for the recent loss of your brother, but I'm glad that reinterring your mother's body here has brought you comfort. She loved this parish too. I don't trust her father. She opens her hands to the elf standing across from her. The one in the wedding dress. Think. Yeah. Thank you for coming, Lynn. Your support has meant the world to me. Now I can live again with my new family. Oh, this is going to end up being about the cold, isn't it? The woman is a classic elven beauty. Confident, poised, expensively dressed. Of course, I'm glad this ancient ritual brings you some measure of solace. I hope you'll be able to put all of this behind you now. Jessica speaks to the rest of you. Thank you all for coming. I didn't realize Sam had so many friends. There are 3 of us. I appreciate your support and your friendship with Sam. Jake says, I saw him out the night he died. Only fitting I see him out today. Oh. Okay, he says, Sam may have had his problems, but he was our friend. Part of the Union family. I don't know what Veo con Dios means. Feel like it's goodbye. I'll just say he will be missed. Miss Watts, family members and friends, thank you for attending the service. I suggest we don't linger long. The cemetery isn't safe after dark. What? What? Thank you, Father. Will just be a moment. Actually, if you could stay, I have a few things I'd like to discuss. She eyes you suspiciously and glances over at her elven companion. I suppose, but let's not keep Father O'Malley. I understand. Good night and God bless. The priest clasps his Bible to his chest and then moves at a brisk pace toward the neighboring church. Hey, where you going? Oh god. Oh god, Cody and Jake are getting ready to fight. Jessica Watts. Father O'Malley leaves, granting you an opportunity to speak with Jessica, but it's hardly a private conversation, as the elf, Lynn, has chosen to stay and support her friend. As it so happens, Jake and Coyote have also lingered, lending you support too. Alright, what would you like to talk about, Solar? Let's start with your mother. Did you know she was an organ donor? Jessica's demeanor turns oddly cool and stony in response to such a simple question. I'm afraid you're mistaken. And how can you explain how her body parts made their way into half a dozen recipients? You don't know what you're talking about. I know Sam helped your mother save lives. Through that donation, her jaw clenches. She wasn't a donor, she was a victim. The victim of my brother's greed. He took from her, desecrating her body, all to benefit himself. She never would have agreed to such a thing. How was that noise? Not even to save the lives of others? Lives like Sam's? Cracks are starting to appear on Jessica's carefully crafted mask. Sam destroyed his own liver pursuing oblivion. That was his choice. Your mother's gift meant a second chance for Sam. It was not a gift, it was stolen, and I wasn't about to let him destroy what little remained of her with his vulgar appetites. And so you hired Holmes to get it back? Jessica's eyes burned with righteous anger. Gone are any attempts to hide her guilt. Okay, she's the bad guy. Maybe it's not going to be about being cold after all. Dr. Holmes made my mother whole again. He made it possible for me to place her to rest and say goodbye. God, really? He killed Sam and half a dozen other people whose lives had been saved by your mother. She snaps. Those people are scavengers, ghouls. They deserve to die for desecrating my mother's body. She's horrible. What was that noise? It sounded like a coffin creaking open. Hopefully it's just like a bird or something and I'm wrong. And poor Sam, it was his drinking and debauchery that drove my mother to the grave, as sure as if he had murdered her himself. Unlike you, Jessica. My mother deserved honor and dignity. I gave her that today. She's finally whole again with a proper Catholic burial. Hey man, that was... Oh, donate. Proper Catholic burial. Those ghouls who stole her organs, including Sam, have paid the price for their sins. The beautiful elf breaks in, the essence of calm. Jessica, that's enough. We have business to attend to. She reminds me of, Hogar from Jessica Jones, which I just finished. My old family is dead and buried where they should be. They can't taint my new family now. They can't corrupt my children. I won't go through that again. Jessica. God, it is Jessica Jones. We need to go, now. She presses a button on her comlink. Oh god, here's the guards. She seethes at you. What happens now is on your head. You had just walked away when I told you to. McCluskey will... Oh no, she's not going to... McCluskey would have eventually found Holmes, collected his lieutenant's badge, and closed the case. But you had to keep digging. Now you and your friends have to die. Let their blood be on your hands. Bloody hope not. I'll reload and get a full revive if I need to. Run, Jessica, run! Run, Lynn, that was it. Run! Really? 2 guards? Like elites or something? Or a bit more? Find out. Mercenary hired gun. Oh, got a better chance here for Merc. Ah, there's 4. Good, good. Oh, oh, right, I got extra AP now. Ah, get wrecked. Oh, such as everyone. Oh, cool. This is kind of a best position to playing from home. Oh, what have we got here? Yeah, what does Cody do? remember. Okay, Coyote is a... something? Okay, she's pretty much a straight up quickness samurai. And Jake is the same. Cool, easy. So she is a shotty. Curious. And Jake has a pistol. Alright. Oh, damn. Alright. More spawns. Good fun. Jeez, there's so many. I have 60 CK. Oh, and 1 bit armor. 8 punch. Okay, he's tanky when she is. I don't know if he could... The building doesn't give cover, but it blocks line of sight. I don't know what's... better to go back. Maybe. What? What? Suicide runs? Oh yeah. What? There's like 100 of them! Team Peak moving, yeah, no shit. We need to find out where Sam's sister might have gone. Maybe one of these guys can tell us with a little encouragement. Yeah, okay, Cody. Thanks for that. How far do these frag ones go? Huh, I've got really good throwing. Ugh. You missed. It's not fun. Yeah, well. What was that? Ooh, that's better. Here's some scratching coming from a crypt. Great. Oh boy. Damage, holy. 12 damage. What? Come on, man. Yeah, give me that. Like we wake up the neighbors, we got ghouls incoming. Hey Zola, maybe we can use this to our advantage. Oh hell, ghouls! Bugger off. Really? Alright. Oof. Okay, I went the wrong way. Alright, what's on me here? Go. Actually. Oh, yeah. How do you keep missing? It's impressive. That's not it. Okay. Rightio. Here's scratching coming from the crypt. Right, there's more that way. Let's... Okay, way up I suppose. Go. Oh wait, is the mother gonna be a boss here? Oh god. Go go. Damn, that's broken. Oh no. Cool. We're out of order. Oh cool. There it goes. Let's have a look at... Okay, we'll talk to you last. I want to see what's in the crypt first. I need to do some grave robbing first. Come on, there's nothing in here. And before you've lost the game because this guy pulled out. You never found out what you needed to know. You listen as the sounds of gunfire and spell bursts fade away and the silence of the dead returns to the cemetery. The man is beyond healing. As you look down at him, you notice the quality of his suit and his shoes. This isn't a runner and he's not from the street. And Jessica Watts. She hired you. Where can I find her? You get nothing, says the mercenary captain. He convulses and dies. Jake. We don't know each other too well, but it seems to me that you need to find a better group of people to associate with. And you're not the first person to tell me that. Yeah, well, it's part of living in the shadows. Do the research, chummer. How, how did those troops materialize? Give me some lore. You didn't recognize who the Alpha was? No, who was she? She's Lynn Telestrian. Super rich and super into the Universal Brotherhood. Hey, I was right, the cult. Super rich and super into the Universal Brotherhood. She's a major spokesperson for them in Seattle. Jake grabs the dead man by the throat. At first it looks like he's trying to kill him again, and then you notice he's feeling for something under the skin. Yep, he's got a Corp ID chip. You watch as Jake pulls out his modified PDA and slots the chip. Mr. Wiley here was with Eagle Security. They work for the UB. That must have been Lynn Telestrian's security detail we just chewed through. If she's protecting Jessica, they'll be inside the Universal Brotherhood. If you're going to hit the Universal Brotherhood, I'm coming too. That psycho just admitted she had my friend Sam, and a lot of innocent people killed so she could put her dead mother back together. That is totally slagged up. Plus, she and her elf buddy Lynn just tried to geek me. They're gonna hurt for that. Shoot yourself, lady. I was only stopping by to pay my respects to Sam. Merc hit squads for Universal Brotherhood, not my scene. At the moment. I can call up some of Delilah's runners if you want to go there now. Let me know what you decide. 9 karma? 8 karma that? Oof. And again, because it's what I do. Jacob. Go. Huh? Jake's have run away. And Jake Armitage. The Brotherhood probably retains mercs like the ones that just attacked us for their security detail. You're gonna need a full team if you're heading to their chapter house. I can arrange for some of Delilah's runners to meet you there, if you want to go now. No, I'll just stop at the Union first. I'll hire runners there. You change your mind? No. Okay. Well, oh, hang on. And comma. This is no-brainer extra mana weapon. Because damage. Or what's after that? Disarm. Yeah, I could use that on bosses. Yeah, I'm gonna take mana weapons. And I'm going to leave it bare tonight. Thank you. Yeah. And hopefully I'll see you soon. I know I'll be back soon. Alright, see ya. Bye.